And she was having lunch with colleagues when she suddenly collapsed, had no pulse. Thankfully, someone nearby knew CPR, which saved her life. Here to talk more about that experience and the importance of knowing CPR, we have Mouzon Siddiqi and Dr. Keith Churchwell. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Of course, February, Heart Health Awareness Month, and we are talking so much about how this impacts women in particular. This had to just scare you beyond belief.
Well, when I didn't realize it was happening, but when I woke up in the hospital after having a pacemaker and defibrillator, it was really kind of shocking to know what had happened.
And you just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely, it couldn't have been better. We were taking an alumnus to lunch at the University Club, and I had ridden over in the car with my colleague, and we were right at the front door when I collapsed. And she realized I wasn't breathing, went inside to see if there was a doctor, and thankfully there was, and he did CPR immediately. And it's just hard to say how grateful you are when you realize that you're one of a very few people that survived that, just because someone was close that knew CPR and could help.
Dr. Churchwell, I know we've spoken about this before, the importance of knowing CPR. How many minutes is it that you have when something like this happens before irreversible damage is done?
So it is really important that almost immediately that CPR is started.
Okay.
We know that patients who actually do not get CPR within the first 5 minutes of their particular event, their chances of living or getting to the hospital alive are going to be really less than 1%. On those that actually start CPR, we start CPR immediately. Hands, chest compression CPR, they have a significant increase in the percent of patients who actually get to the hospital, so we can do the things that are necessary to keep them alive.
Now, her case was different than a heart attack. This was a sudden cardiac arrest. So tell us the difference between those two.
So at the end of the day, people who actually die of heart attacks, the great majority have what she had, which is called sudden death.
Okay.
And the most common reason for that is actually the heart fibrillates. Heart actually like a bag of worms, and there is just no ability for the heart to actually increase blood pressure. You lose the ability to push blood to the rest of the body, and literally the heart stops after a while.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So knowing CPR definitely saved your life. Of course, the importance is out there for everyone to know CPR. How hard is it to teach someone, Dr. Churchwell?
It is easy. We had a class this weekend, and in an hour we had experts on chest compression CPR after an hour.
Really?
That's right.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, we've got some video that we're seeing right now. If you need more information, of course, you can always check out the American Heart Association. They've got links on there. As Dr. Churchwell said, this is very easy to learn how to do. You could save somebody's life. I know you said it yourself. You can't say thank you enough.
Absolutely. It's just when you realize how lucky that you are that someone came to your rescue. I mean, if the situation hadn't been just right, I wouldn't be here. And it's amazing what you feel,
so
and how grateful you are when that someone was there.
Absolutely. So very glad that you are here. Thank you so much for coming in. Doctor, thank you for being here as well.
Thank you for having us.
Don't forget, it is Go Red Month, so you can wear red all month long, of course, to help promote heart awareness.